Welcome back to the program. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Yesterday is in the past, and I just want to say that I now understand why people get frustrated with President Trump. I understand why eventually he pisses off even his most ardent supporters. And I get why there is now a rift in the Republican Party with President Trump. I get it now. I understand it. Now, that does not mean that I'm going to stop supporting him, because that's not going to happen. I voted for him the first time. I voted for him the second time it was stolen. And I voted for him the third time as well. And I will continue to support him. I will continue to defend him. But when he is wrong, I will point it out. And yesterday, talking about this bullshit deal and how they were going to do this and do that and this and that, I just lost it. I was like, I can't even do a show, because all I would be doing would be cursing and screaming. Now, today is a new day. And apparently the, multiple personality president has now changed his mind again. Look, he is, not to bring the astrology shit into it, but a lot of that stuff is pretty accurate. My wife has shown me through the years I am a true Aquarius, and he is a true Gemini, where he can literally just split personality, change his mind. One minute he's bombing them into oblivion. The next minute he's making a deal. The next minute he's blowing them up again. I was an hour away from blowing them up. Now all of a sudden we're doing a deal. It's exhausting. This president is fucking exhausting. And I understand that now. Clearly, I do. And maybe in the past I just kind of discredited most people saying certain things about him. That's just Trump. Let him do it. It's exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting. I get it. I understand it now 100%. There is no other alternative out there, so we have to stick with him. But it is exhausting. I'm not going to lie. It is exhausting. So why is it exhausting? Well, because now today there's good news. Now today we're hearing that he's backing away from the deal because he's not getting everything he wants. I don't understand this whole bullshit with a deal to begin with. Makes no sense to me, okay? Because what that shows you is his priorities are not, and they should be, the Iranian people and what their plight is and how they've been treated and tortured and murdered and raped for all these years. He cares about uranium enrichment. He cares about nuclear weapons. Okay, great, fine and dandy. But why not, if you were going to do a deal, which I disagree with doing, why wouldn't you put in there that if you kill, rape, or murder one of your citizens, we immediately have the deal go off? That's number one. And number two, if you don't change how you treat your people, then you're going to be bombed as well. So I don't understand why the Iranian people's plight is not front and center, even in front of the nuclear program and the enrichment. Seriously, think about it. Because if you change the regime and if you get them to stop killing their own people, to stop being aggressive and all of those things, you're saving 92 million people. Call me a bleeding heart, not a liberal, but a bleeding heart humanitarian. I don't want to see these people suffer anymore. And I want to see the people that have been causing the suffering to die. It's as simple as that. So here's the latest. This is less than 24 hours after, quote, optimism. This is from an Iranian source, not my source, just an Iranian. Emerged around a possible Iran-U.S. memorandum, negative vibes are already starting to surface. Yes, so glad to hear that. A well-informed Iranian source tells me that there are signs of U.S. retreat on two central issues: the mechanism for unfreezing Iranian assets and the scope of any ceasefire in Lebanon. According to the source, the memorandum includes a Lebanon ceasefire framework. But Israel is reportedly uncomfortable with that arrangement and is pushing Washington to include language allowing it to carry out military operations in Lebanon under the justification of responding to any potential or future threat. Iran, of course, is rejecting that formulation and, of course, insisting on a sustainable and lasting ceasefire. You see, what the Iranians want to do is they want to stall. Oh, sure, we'll do a deal. Yeah, absolutely. No, we're not going to enrich any uranium. What are you talking about? No, we'll open up the Straits of Hormuz. No, stall. That's what these fucking pieces of shit have been doing with every single president. Now, I thought that this president would be smart enough not to fall for the same bullshit that the rest did. Guess the jury's still out on that. Tehran has informed all mediators, including Pakistan, that it will not sign the memorandum unless all clauses are fully agreed to and guaranteed. Pakistan reportedly suggested moving forward with agreed sections while postponing contentious points, but Iran rejected that approach, insisting the disputed clauses are fundamental and non-negotiable. The overall picture suggests Tehran increasingly views Washington as backing away from earlier understandings reached through mediators. Okay, now there's a lot more. Then this one says, Trump backing away from Iran deal. Now this is from Al Jazeera. U.S. President Donald Trump is backing away from the deal with Iran, likely under extreme internal pressure. An Al Jazeera reporter said on X, citing two sources. Rubio says Iran nuclear deal cannot be done on the back of a napkin. What other headlines are there? Then it says this. This is from somebody on X. I can't even see. Shalil Ben Ephraim. I don't know. It says, I'm currently talking to two sources I respect. They are both telling me that Trump is backing away from the deal with Iran, likely under extreme internal pressure, i.e. Israel, as well as his own cabinet and other conservatives and its domestic allies in the United States. That's what that says there. And then I think there was another thing here. U.S. says, U.S. demands no enriched uranium or no deal in Iran talks, and they're planning on saying that they will not give up that nuclear dust, as he likes to call it. And then what was the other one here? Iran is demanding immediate, here, listen to this crazy shit. Iran is demanding immediate access to $12 billion in funds as a precondition to sign this agreement. So, as I said before, it's exhausting. He is truly an exhausting president. He's done amazing things. He's done wonderful things. I still support him, but I understand fully why people can just throw their hands up and say, I'm done with the president. Like, I get it. I'm not one of them, but I understand it. Now, if I personally was advising the president of the United States, this is exactly what I would tell him. Okay? I wrote this on X. I would tell him to stop trusting the Iranian regime that they would ever hold up any agreement. Every single thing they have ever said that they would do, they have reneged on. Every time. Not just with President Trump, but with future past presidents. I'd also advise him to stop trusting and to start ignoring, that's right, ignoring those fake allies like Qatar, like Saudi Arabia, like Egypt, like Jordan, like the United Arab Emirates, like Bahrain and others. These are not our allies. These are pretend allies in order to keep the regime in place. And Pakistan is another one. Pakistan thinks that they want to negotiate with us. Meanwhile, they're sending money directly to the Iranians on the flip side of this. This is what people don't understand. None of these Middle East countries, except Israel, can ever be trusted as a, quote, so-called ally. That'd be another thing I would tell him. Then I would tell him this: Mr. President, take the political hit. Take it. Who cares if you told the American people you never put boots on the ground? Who fucking cares? Put not only boots on the ground, but put between 50 to 100,000 U.S. soldiers in Iran on the ground. Because Israel will put 25 to 50,000 of their own IDF soldiers, as well as Mossad agents, assassins, you name it. You put the boots on the ground, and then you hunt down every single Iranian Revolutionary Guard member, every single Basij force member, every every single Quds Force member, every single cleric, every single mullah, every single member of the Iranian parliament, the gay Ayatollah who's missing his limbs. You wipe them all out. You kill every single one of them. Shoot each one of them 100 times if you have to make sure that they stop fucking breathing. That's what I would tell the President of the United States. Next, I would say this. After they have all been eliminated, and I mean all of them, including, by the way, Iranian citizens that support the regime, okay? Including them as well. Once they're all wiped out, I would immediately appoint the Shah of Iran's grandson, Razi Pahlavi, immediately to be the head of the transition government. I would force the new government, whoever it is, to adopt a similar constitution like the United States Constitution, including not only with freedom of speech and freedom of religion, but more importantly, with a robust Second Amendment, just like the United States of America. And of course, free and fair elections, which of course, here in America, we don't even have. That's what I would do. And then what I would do from there is I would say this: look, it's not even June yet. We're still in May. The economy is tumbling. Gas prices are higher. Inflation is creeping up because of the fact that we had that dipshit Powell in there for the longest time, but now because of the Iran war. So you cannot do a 30-day ceasefire. You cannot do a 60-day ceasefire. Because if you do something stupid like that while you're negotiating with fucking terrorists who want you dead, all of a sudden it's going to be July, August. How the hell are you going to get the economy to come back in time for the midterms? It won't happen. So if you do this now and you wipe these motherfuckers off the face of the earth now, guess what? You'll have plenty of time to recuperate the economy in time for the midterms, okay? So if I was telling the president what to do, that's exactly what I would tell him to do. And in the process, you are making Iran great again. You are liberating 92 million people from tyranny, and they will love you. And they will love the United States of America. There will be statues of President Trump in every single province in Iran for centuries to come if he does this. And quite frankly, we would then have an adversary turn into an ally with a whole new government and whole new people. And who knows, maybe even get them to sign on to the Abraham Accords in the future as well. That's what this is about. It's not about nuclear proliferation. It's not about uranium enrichment, although those are important. It's about the torture, the maiming, the raping, the murdering, the hanging, the destruction of their own people for 47 years. That should be the number one focus, for dealing with Iran. And I can't understand for the life of me why the president, in all these quote-unquote deals and negotiations, didn't put the Iranian people first. It makes no sense to me. It's like I said this before. It's like a countrywide jerk off session, except you leave him hanging with freedom blue balls at the very end. And if he doesn't finish this regime, this is, in my opinion, his second term's Operation Warp Speed. And that was a disaster as well. And it caused lots of people to die because the president of the United States supported a experimental drug that killed hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. So that's what I would tell the president. I hope to God he backs out of this deal and finishes this regime once and for all. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.